Hello guys, it's Rhino and welcome to one more Played Right. Today I'm doing a preview of the new game coming to Kickstarter by 2 Tomatoes. It's Stress Botics. Stress Botics is an action programming, resource management and pickup and delivery game for 1 to 4 players, and it's a game for the heavy Eurogamers. It's a sci-fi adventure about some easily stressable robots. We call them the Betabots, which are in a peculiar odyssey through an exoplanet in which they try to mine resources. What they want is to deliver all the resources requested by the corporation's ships, but to do that they'll have to face the adversities of the planet, like its unstable core and its pressure variations. The task isn't easy given that the robots have to deliver the resources to passing spaceships, and as if that weren't enough, they will have to fight against the cylindroids that have been sent to the planet with a single purpose: to eliminate the Betabots and to keep their mineral extraction system. But don't worry, in order to help you, your corporation has activated an automatic unit, the AlphaBot, an action server that will set the pace of your work. So basically you as the player will have to improve your Betabot, fight against the cylindroid enemies, gather resources and batteries, make the deliveries to the ships, all the while trying to reduce your stress level in order to gain the most victory points. This is the game super briefly, but there's lots of depth to it, so let's unpack the different areas of the board so that we get a closer look at the gameplay and how everything is interconnected. Here's the planet you must explore thoroughly to obtain its minerals. Here's the core of it, where our Betabots start their journey, and here's 3 sections and paths on which the Betabots move, as well as the AlphaBot. Each of these 3 rows corresponds to a slice of the planet, so it's like basically the zoomed-in version of each of the rooms in the planet. In those rooms, you will be able to perform the 3 main actions of the game using these cards: move, mine, and connect. Then, at the atmosphere of the planet, there's 3 ships orbiting in the yellow, orange, and red line, and there's also the stress track of the players, which they will have to try and keep low. Your distance from the AlphaBot each round, the attacks from the cylindroid enemies in the planet, as well as other difficulties will increase the stress level of your Betabots. However, when you deliver resources to the ships and achieve your corporation's objectives, this will help to lower it. But in order to do the deliveries in the first place, you must not exceed the indicated stress limit, so stress plays a very important role in the game. Then every player has their own personal board, so to organize their resources and enhancements of their Betabot and become more efficient. There's basically 3 tanks to keep your resources, and there's several mixes you can do, like acid and beta matter will give you silicon, and you have to avoid placing lava together with other resources cause they'll melt. Throughout the game, players will attempt to achieve the main objectives, which are common to all the players, but each player has their own secondary objectives, which are secret and individual for each player, and they are usually related to specific resources they need to have at the end of the game. One very important thing is the battery production system. Here's where you produce batteries. Each round, if you place a rock together with carbon, titanium, or silicon, you get the same color battery. Your batteries are placed on this track, which unlocks certain things like your total movement, how many cards you can play in your turn, and so on. Apart from that though, the batteries are placed on your Betabot itself, and you can spend them to boost your actions. The action cards allow you to move, mine, and connect, and by spending the corresponding active battery, you can perform your action one more time. Of course, this means that you have to plan in advance, so to place the right color battery that matches the action you want to boost. Your Betabot also has an AI system that changes the more batteries you place in the track. Up until that point, you can choose whether your bot's AI is competitive or cooperative. A competitive AI will allow you to deal damage to the shield of another player if your Betabots are in the same room, but after a certain point, the AI becomes cooperative, granting you a free mine action. So the game is played over 13 rounds, and each round consists of 6 phases. First phase is the ships phase, when all ships advance 1 space in their trajectory. Then there's a programming phase, when players draw action cards and program their actions. How many cards they draw is dictated by their distance to the AlphaBot. The signal is better when you're in the same space with the AlphaBot, so that case is most advantageous and you draw more cards. The third phase is the actions phase, in which players perform the actions programmed in the previous phase in turn order. The actions are move, mine, and connect, and we're gonna see them in more detail in a bit. Then we have the maintenance phase, when players replicate batteries, manage and liquefy resources, solidify lava, and prepare the production of the following rounds. Then we have the Alphabot and Cylindroids activation phase, resulting in a series of different events. And finally, in the status check phase, the stress level of each player is adjusted, as well as the turn order and their hand limit. As we have mentioned, the action cards offer 3 possible actions: move, mine, and connect. Each player resolves their leftmost program card in player order. With the move action, you can move along the unlocked tunnels in any direction. With the mine action, you can extract resources in the extraction vaults or in the core. Depending on where you are and on the pressure of the planet at the given time, you get different resources as is shown here. With the mine action, you may also attack the Cylindroids, which are a threat for everyone, or even attack the beta bots of other players. With the connect action, you can do many different things relating to this symbol, and mainly you can equip yourself with advanced items, activate them, and access the console if you are on the same space as the Alphabot. You can influence its behavior, manipulate the belt that the Cylindroids are progressing on, or disarm them. One other important thing you can do with the connect action is to make a delivery to the ships so you can achieve the main objective. In these positions at the surface of the planet, you can catch the passing ships if your stress level does not exceed the reception point where the ship you are going to deliver to is located. For example, if my stress level is lower than this point and I catch the yellow ship in this location, then I can load it with 3 gas and 4 acid, and for these I gain 6 points, as each gas gives me 2 points plus 4 for the acids, so 10 points. All points are scored at the end of the game, and apart from the points you get from the deliveries to the ships, you get points also from your secondary secret objectives, from any enhanced items on your beta bot, and last you get 1 point for every 2 of your shields. This is a heavy Euro, so it's not a game for everyone. If you like the sci-fi theme and you like depth in games, then you're gonna love exploring Stress Botics. There is a steep learning curve and you need to invest time in it, but there is a really big reward if you do so. The depth, the complexity, the crunchiness, all the different tactics you can take advantage on the right moment. There is many different interconnecting parts in the game, with the central one being the Alphabot that cooperates with all the players, but in order to beat the competition, you have to try to find the right balance between all the moving parts in the system. And this is not even the full-fledged game. Together with the expansion Odyssey, which adds more layers of complexity, you can enjoy the game to its fullest, which is how the designer designed it and intended it. So that was Stress Botics. I'll have the link to the Kickstarter campaign in the description so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.